Jeff Bezos said that humans are drinking too much water and not leaving enough for AI data centers.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what the ultra-rich think of human beings. If you're not there to serve their needs, what do they need you for? It's to the point now where things that should be free or very low price, air, water, they want to commoditize it and basically say if you can't serve them money, they don't need it. Ladies and gentlemen, that's just a small sliver of what this show is going to cover today. We've got stupid stuff such as Trump. It's not funny. It's just comical, but it's not funny. Blaming Obama for what's going on with his damn stupid pool at the Lincoln Memorial is his damn fault, but he's blaming Obama. Always blame the black guy because you got enough stupid people to believe it. We've got that. The Epstein files are just the thorn in the side of MAGA America. It won't go away, and nor should it. More allegations have come out. And then we'll end this show, folks. Just the heinous attacks on black people just living in public. We've got that and so much more. You've got me, Lamont Tyson, Politics Being Black. Let's get it.
I'm up early for the dealers come out. Everybody is outside till the killers come out. You ain't eating, you just act full. I'm impactful. Dozen funerals in a month. I got that pull. I will give it to niggas in all rap forms. Ignatius out right now on all platforms.
What's up, everybody? You're in the building with the all-knowing, all-loving, all-feeling, all-seeing, all-powerful, all DEI, all woke, all about Black history, all about women's suffrage, all about LGBTQ+, just damn all everything sexy as hell host. That's me. And what do we do on this channel? We take the most common myths put in place by society by mighty whiteys, and we debunk them with classic examples that happen each and every day. And there has never been a better day to do this type of work because Trump and his inspiration over people to be hateful shows these myths each and every day. Please be sure, folks, to follow me on my trading journey. If you didn't know, I do trade stocks every day. I have a channel for that. Let me find it. This is it. So every day at 9:30, I'm live trading stocks. This is year number 2 in day trading. 5 years ago, I was doing options trading. And I had limited success, like I made about $60,000. Then I went to Hollywood, got a little debt, needed to make more. So I'm on year 2 of day trading, and it's helter-skelter. I have great days, I have bad days, but I'm working the system, so come check me out. And for those that are new here, thank you for coming. I appreciate you all coming to check out my perspectives and also showing love to the different people I repost. Make sure if you're watching the people I repost, most of the time their reposts come from IG and their links is in description. Be sure to go subscribe, show them some love to help them uplift their voices because we need all these progressive voices more than we've ever needed because national TV is no longer telling the truth. National news has become entertainment unless it's local news, and even local news has a skew and everything is skewing toward MAGAism. And so all these great progressive folks I post, go get them a subscribe, and this is going to be your mother center for finding them. Let's get into this today, ladies and gentlemen. Also, make sure you keep your notifications on because I told you I'm going to be doing drive-by live streams. And if you want to get your comment read, a wise YouTuber taught me this. If you want to get your comments read on a political channel that goes live, super chat. Because we need to weed out the bots and the real people from folks that really want to have a chat. So if you want to get your comments read, super chat me. First story we're doing today. Y'all been keeping up with what's going on with Trump's little fucking pool in front of the Lincoln Memorial, right? He hired this dumbass dude that looked like Paul Bearer's brother to do it. The pool turned green. People protest because you wasted $14 million that could have been put on education, healthcare, anything to improve the lives of people who are suffering, but you didn't. And now, ladies and gentlemen, since the news is so bad on him, guess who he's blaming? Take a look at this.
Part of what's curious about this situation is we stood here with you in April when you first revealed the plans.
I said what?
In April, you showed us pictures of what you were going to do at the pool, and you said you had a guy was going to do it in a week for about $1 million.
Well,
It's been 2 months,
just say it.
$16.5 million.
Yeah, okay, ready? Barack Hussein Obama, have you ever heard of him?
Yeah.
He spent 2 years and over $100 million on trying to fix it. You know what happened to it? Never even opened.
Right.
He took the water from the river. You know about that, right? It turned out to be putrid, and it destroyed the whole thing. Spent over $100 million. Him and Biden together spent $147 million. You know what happened? Never opened. You don't mention that, right?
But to Phil's
We spent about 10.
Folks, I'm laughing because it's so sad. I got to do something to buffer the crying. This orange fucker here is so mad about all the press Obama's getting for his new center. He cannot keep the taste of that man out of his mouth, can he? He can't. How is it Obama's fault what's going on with that Lincoln pool now? Now, not to mention everything he said about the price was a lie, about what he said Obama and Biden did in terms of how much it cost. That's a lie. But let's just say we wanted to agree with that. Let's just say, okay, Trump, we'll give you that. Okay, fine. They wasted all that money. You are the person sitting in the office now, and you're still wasting more money. You still can't get the shit right, Mr. Two Left Leg. You can't get it right. So how is it that our society, this is where the lessons come in of this channel, ladies and gentlemen. Our society has always taught us, take accountability and responsibility for your own actions. That's what they tell us. So every time we see an altercation with the police and black folks, what's the first thing you hear out of MAGA's mouth? Don't resist. Take accountability. When has this MFer took accountability for anything? When has he taken accountability for anything other than eating a McDonald's fish sandwich and a Diet Coke? When he's taken accountability? He hasn't. And so to continue to placate the American people by blaming everything on everybody else is a problem. It's a problem, folks, not because he's doing it. It's a problem because of all the other people that listen to this shit and actually believe it and feel okay with that. We blame it on everybody else. It's never our fault, right? And whenever we have issues with racism, how many times do you hear MAGA and white folks say, black people always want to blame something on somebody else? They always say that. I've never heard a president blame stuff on everybody else more than this guy does. And nobody says shit to him. There are times, folks, when you have legitimate situations where you do everything you can in your own power. You've done it all, but the forces outside of your control can create the situation for you. That's not the case here. You picked that stupid ass contractor. You picked the people to work on the pool. You picked the optics of this. And it got so bad, folks, he sent the military down there to keep people from protesting. Boy, for my folks out there that pray, keep praying. Post your comments, man. Let me know what you think. Do y'all think this is Obama's fault? I just want to know, because it's not. Next story, ladies and gentlemen, we got for you. Tucker Carlson. Now, this is what I'm going to say about Tucker. Tucker has been for the last, I'm going to say maybe the last year, has been trying to act as though he's moving away from the Republican Party. He's not. He's never been a fan of Trump, but because he likes the ideology of most of the Republican Party, he just sucked it up. He got caught on a hot mic talking about Trump behind his back, if you guys can remember that. And so right now, Tucker, MTG, and others are conveniently picking spots to act like they have an issue with the overall Republican Party. And something that gets on my damn nerves, and I'm calling out Democrats on this shit too. People who want to feel like they are so above the fray, that they are so just, I'm so full of equality that I'm an independent. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. Shut the fuck up. Stop it. When you go in that voting booth, you're either voting Republican or Democrat. Now, to those of you that actually vote third party and you hurt the other two parties, nothing but respect, because you are being full of integrity. But to you folks that love to just feel like you're doing something better than somebody else by saying, I'm a fucking independent, but the minute you get in that voting booth, you're voting for one of the two parties, stop it. Just stop it. Just say who you're voting for, what you hate about the party, and if that party can't do it, then maybe flip over or don't vote. Just stop this I'm an independent shit. Well, that's what Tucker Carlson is doing. He is saying he is through with the Republican Party. Some of this is coming from the good ladies of I Had It. Take a listen to this story. Let me know what you think.
So Tucker dropped a bombshell, and he said that Dan Bongino, while he was still serving as FBI deputy director, admitted to him that Donald Trump himself ordered the investigation into the 2024 Butler assassination attempt to be shut down.
Sure.
Carlson said that after pressing Bongino about Thomas Crook's online presence, Bongino became hysterical on the phone. He was clearly terrified, Carlson said. After a long series of calls and texts, Bongino allegedly told him, take it up with Trump. He's the one who should shut down the investigation. Carlson made the explosive claims during an appearance on Mario Nawfal's podcast, stating flatly, I know that Trump shut down the investigation into Butler. That is a fact. Dan Bongino told me when he worked at the FBI.
I totally believe it. It's bizarre how little we know about Thomas Crooks, how little we hear about him. Trump is the pettiest, most vengeful person in the world. And yet the person who tried to shoot him, allegedly, we never hear about him, and nothing ever I mean, the Trump I know would talk about him all the time, would basically have him in effigy at every rally, would make sure to bankrupt his family.
So this is the straw that broke Tucker's back, because he didn't realize that Trump was this crooked, and that it's starting to look more and more like that. These alleged attempts on Trump's life are nothing but WWE hoax. Mind you, y'all have seen me do 2 videos that went pretty popular, above 100,000, where I detailed how these things aren't right. They look crooked. They look staged. Trump was raised by WWE owner and chairman Vince McMahon on how to stage stuff. So why would you not do this to try to curry favor with the American people? And so Tucker now is pretending like this is the straw that broke the camel's back. He's moving over. Folks, don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. If you really felt like this, Tucker, you could have had these claims about what's going on with all these assassination attempts and the process. So, folks, let's take a look at the process of what should happen after someone makes an attempt on the president's life. Take a look at this. Let me go get my sexy as hell glassing so I can see this stuff a little better. And let me put this up here for y'all. Let me see. Let me read it for you. Presidential assassination attempt. What should happen next? Immediately secure the area. Secret Service and law enforcement lock down the scene, remove all threats. Well, that's not hard to fake. We see that. Protect the president. The president is rushed to a secure location and receives medical evaluation, even if the injuries are minor. Now, folks, let me pull this shit down. That's where questions come into play. Because at this last one in DC, they didn't pull him nowhere safe. They took his ass behind stage, and he was looking around, and he was looking behind the curtain like this and shit. Okay? So that gives you window to believe his fate. And at Butler, the same thing. They didn't rush him immediately to safety. You remember they surrounded him, but they had him up here doing this and shit. Like, dude, you ain't with the nation of domination. You ain't oppressed. Let's keep reading. Launch a full investigation. The FBI, the Secret Service, and other agencies investigate the suspect, motive, planning, and possible accomplices. Preserve all evidence. Witnesses, video, communications, weapons, forensic evidence are all collected. Release findings to the public. Officials provide updates, and once the investigation is complete, explain what happened and what security failures occurred. Ladies and gentlemen, we ain't got none of that. In Butler, he tried to throw the woman under the bus. Typical. I mean, That doesn't do nothing for me because Trump and MAGA men always want to throw women under the bus. They want their women to be these trad wives that subject themselves to the husband. But when shit go left, the husband didn't have a decision in it. It's the woman's fault. Stop it. You, you can't be telling these women to do what you tell them, and then when they do what you tell them and it goes wrong, all of a sudden it's their fault. Stop it, folks. It's a hoax. It's a hoax. Every time these guys do something or open their mouth, it's a projection. It's what they really are doing behind closed doors. And this Butler thing is a hoax. And I think Tucker Ben knew it, but he had to play a ruse to see how things would go. And now that things are not going the way he wanted to go, and he's probably going to try to run for office, he's trying to curry favor with, I don't know what's left out there. Is there really these people who are going to vote for the Republican Party that don't like MAGAism, that are willing to sacrifice what MAGA brings to the table for the betterment of the country? So I don't know, unless I need to see it with Tucker and all these. If they vote Democrat, then I'll shut my ass up. But until then, I call banana in the tailpipe on them. Post your comments. Let me know what you think. But that's what's going on with Tucker and Dan Bongino. What do we have next, ladies and gentlemen? The Epstein's wars, folks. The Epstein files, it's not going away. And it shouldn't. You've heard me say over and over again, I don't give a damn if Barack Obama's in the Epstein files. Everybody needs to go to jail for a very long time. I will even say this. The people that are like in the epicenter of the Epstein files, they should go to jail longer than the January 6th folks. And y'all know how much I loathe them, because there have been some black folks coming during the White House. I have to keep showing y'all this picture. If this was a gang of black people coming in during the White House like a bunch of little white spider monkeys, we wouldn't have time to go to jail. We would have been shot on the spot. But for whatever the reason, because we have a cabal of rich white dudes, we can't get no justice with these Epstein files. But thankfully, people are keeping it in the news. Here's another story from the Ladies If I Had It, discussing how, guess what, folks? It appears allegedly that Trump Tower was a beacon of trafficking. Take a look.
Buried FBI interview claims Trump Tower was used for recruitment. New reporting from Raw Story highlights a buried FBI interview from 2021 that alleges recruiters operated out of Trump Tower in the early 1990s, targeting young women for none other than Donald Trump's best friend, Jeffrey Epstein.
Why would we not believe these stories that keep coming out? There's still so many documents from the Epstein's files that's suppressed. Why would we not believe this stuff? We know who Trump is, those of us that are not so far up his butt we can tickle his spinal cord inside that diaper. We know what this is. It is not hard to believe that Trump Tower was a recruitment station. Because if you guys remember, the reason him and Epstein fell out was not because Trump had some kind of moral dilemma about the trafficking of these young girls. It was because Epstein took one of the girls that worked at his Trump, what's the name is Mar-a-Lago, from him and started working with Jeffrey Epstein. It was a money fallout, power fallout. So I 100% believe this. And I 100% believe that they're in the documents. But therein lies the problem. This is where we can legitimately chastise the Biden administration and Merrick Garland. You sat on this information when you should have put it out there because you was too worried about hurting some of your own party. So that is a legitimate argument. But you can't, on the other hand, say that it's the Democrats' fault when the party that has power now ain't doing shit about it. You can't say, well, since my party's in power and they not doing nothing, I'm gonna just blame the party before me. No, it don't work like that, dumbasses. It don't work like that. Your party currently has the power to release this stuff and they're not doing it. And it behooves me that this man still has 29% approval ratings. Just think about that, ladies and gentlemen. Almost a third of this nation is willing to overlook trafficking of young girls, all of them underage. Thankfully, they didn't like black meat because they know that black meat, they couldn't handle it. And most of the time, black girls, we know black chicks, it's in their DNA. They would know how to escape that shit. They would have got up out of there. But they didn't have black girls. And at the end of the day, this is like rich people doing all this stuff. And there has not been any accountability. And so I'm all for the accountability, no matter who it is. Democrat, you fake ass independents, I don't care who it is. You all need to be in jail. I don't care what the name is. And Trump made a statement about how if everybody got prosecuted and put in jail would hurt the economy. Fucking hurt it. Because y'all keep telling us that capitalism is a wheel and it's based on competition. And when somebody fall out, the other people are going to step up. But every time we look up people, they're trying to manipulate capitalism so that it doesn't keep that guardrail of competition in place. So let them fall. Let it crumble. Let all these CEOs that flew their ass to Epstein Island, messed around with young girls who they wouldn't want nobody doing that to their daughters, let them all go to jail. And folks, we've got one more piece of information that came from that is being reported by the women of I've Had It. Take a look at this woman that they found some information on and what she had to say.
Woman says she was approached in Trump Tower atrium by two men. She worked at a shoe boutique inside Trump Tower when the two men approached her. They suggested she meet Donald Trump and implied that sex would be expected, with one man winking at her, telling her she didn't need to work so hard. And here's why these claims are so believable, because this is a pattern that we see over and over and over in the Epstein files. Ghislaine Maxwell approached people. The people that he worked with overseas approached young people, and it's always to provide for other men. These men send out recruiters, whether they be male or female, to approach people with whom they want to sexually abuse.
Well, and they believe they are entitled to take over whatever they want. If they see a pretty girl or a pretty woman or a pretty child and they're attracted, they believe they are entitled to.
It's so sick, ladies and gentlemen. We all know that this was happening. And let's put a picture of the face of evil up here. I just didn't throw Trump in there. All these are victims associated with this no-lip dude. All these are victims, more victims. Oh, and let's not forget old Dershowitz, old dirty Dershowitz. All of a sudden now he's the biggest Republican person, old dirty ass Dershowitz. But folks, this is disgusting. And I get some men have predilection for young people. To me, that says more about the man not being a strong-minded, quote unquote, as MAGA love it, alpha male than it does about the woman. The woman, if she's young, she hasn't had no experience. And I'm talking young me, I'm talking about underage. These are people whose brains are still developing, that these men are trying to shape and mold because they are not alpha enough to deal with a grown-ass woman. That's what it is. So they know they can shape and mold these girls. They have power over these girls, and they want to assert that power. And then if these girls want out, because they've been getting all their needs from these guys, they have a hard time getting out from underneath the power of these dirty ass Dershowitz men, folks. That's what's going on. And I don't understand how religious MAGA. Well, no, I'm not going to say that. I do understand. Okay, so yeah, I do understand. I'm not going to use the old trope that society says I don't understand, because fuck it, I do understand. These Christian folks in MAGA, they suffer from ignorance. They suffer from, they don't want to know the truth, because a lot of them in their gut know they should be investigating what's going on, but they're so worried about losing power, the Republicans losing power, that in their minds, somehow or another, they feel like if I don't know the truth, then I'm good. No, you're wrong. You're dead wrong. You're probably more wronger than the people that know the truth and are going with it. And for them, I say, damn you. Damn you to Murgatroyd. I didn't say hell. I said Murgatroyd. My 80s babies will know what I'm talking about. But folks, post your comments. Let me know what you think about those. We need a blue wave. And within that blue wave, folks, we've got to get rid of people who are supported by lobby groups that pay for both sides of the aisle. We got to get more Zoran Mamdanis, more Ro Khannas, people who are not bought by these PACs. Because whenever these PACs get involved, all they do is hedge their bets based on who they think is going to win. And then we wind up serving the same group of people. That's what happens. And so I implore you to find a progressive, not a liberal, a progressive candidate who is not taking PAC money and vote for them so that we can get a better form of justice. Last story I got for you guys, then I will let you guys get out of here. And thank you for just showing up for me, checking me out. I'm so grateful. Again, if you've gotten here from my shorts, anytime you want to know how to find the original creator on these shorts, their link will be in the description of the short. Most of the time, there are folks from IG, and sometimes there are smaller creators trying to get big. And this is my way of helping them get big. And I will be inviting some of them on my show. And if you know these people, tell them they're always welcome to come up here and we can talk about politics together. Last story, folks. Something that happens often is the harassment of minorities, in particular Black minorities. We don't get the benefit of a doubt. That's one thing that when we try to tell white people about white privilege, that's what we mean. We don't get the benefit of a doubt. And because of the history of this country and the history of vilifying Black people, it makes it tough to get the benefit of a doubt. Anything can set people off because they've been taught wrongly about our culture and our people. So if you see someone with dreads, oh, that's bad. You see someone as dark as me, oh, that's bad. That nigga's so dark, he blue, like a mailbox. Stuff like that. Where here we have a huge food reviewer, Black food reviewer in a restaurant. And what do you guys think is going to happen? Well, I'll show you. Take a look.
I know my law. Hey, don't touch me, Shawty. Don't touch me.
I haven't, sir.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me, boy.
This Black food reviewer went to a restaurant to film a review, and when he walked in, everybody loved him.
Hungry right now.
It's a server that's willing to take you just because it's you.
Oh. I hope it's solidified. How you doing, baby girl? Yeah. What's that about, man?
Everybody in that restaurant fucking knew him. He was being so respectful. He was just saying hi to people. And what happens next is fucking shocking.
I'm asking you to leave the business.
Why?
We don't allow videoing in here.
Did you hear that? He told him to leave, and when he said why, the manager of the restaurant said, "Can you call the police?" And what Benecritic says after this is extremely insightful and sad.
At this moment right here, my whole life reflecting in front of me. I feel like they want to get me locked up.
Because they do. And Benecritic handles it so well.
So why would you kick me out anyway? I literally came in here, sat down, ordered my food, and did nothing wrong. Okay, then why didn't you just say no video? I would have stopped videoing. I would have stopped videoing.
Fucking reasonable. And finally, Benecritic's like, fine, you know what? I'm gonna leave. And this motherfucker on the phone with the police is telling the police that Benecritic just assaulted him in the nose. Absolute fucking bullshit. Take a look.
Police immediately.
I'm gonna leave.
Joe,
immediately.
He's already assaulted me right in my face.
And the whole time Benecritic's leaving, they're on his fucking ass. And they're chest bumping him. They have pocket knives in there. They all got fucking pocket knives. And what Benecritic does next is understandable because any reasonable person with an ounce of self-respect for themselves would have reacted the same fucking way.
You touching me?
You were touching me.
Why you touching me? Why is you on me? Why is you on me?
I'm done.
You gotta make me pipe up in the beach. I ain't touched nobody. So don't touch me, child.
So if we could just cut the bullshit, it's because he's Black, because he has dreads, because he's wearing sunglasses, because he looks like a fucking rapper. And they think that he has no fucking business in their restaurant. And that any reasonable person can watch that and think that is fucked up. Because this is America. This is America. Can you imagine? Can you imagine getting treated that way? The guy's just trying to do something. Go shoot Benecritic a follow. I tagged him down below.
So white MAGA that's looking at me, and you heard my soliloquy prior to the video. Are you going to take the information better from Great Value Vanilla Ice? He's white. He said it. And I'll just add to what he said. Basically, that man looked like what y'all would try to stereotype a Black person. Okay. Fit, popular, video recording. For some reason, white people treat video recording the way vampires treat mirrors. They don't like it. They don't want to be seen on it. And I don't know why, because as many times we caught them behaving badly on video, it seems to not still really get us anywhere. But I mean, I digress. And he said that he didn't want him video recording. So this manager obviously is dumb as MAGA, because one of the best ways to hype up your business, get more business to your business, probably more business that you're not getting from African Americans, is to let this man post a fucking video. Got to be more. But these are the people trying to teach us about capitalism. Okay? These are the people trying to teach us about capitalism. Okay? So you want this man to quit video recording. Okay, he's about to stop. That's messing your business up, all right? He's bringing attention to your business. He has millions of followers. Why would you not want him to record? You doing something illegal? You don't want his kind in the business? It makes no sense. And then why would you get in his face and surround him on his way out? That's typical MAGA low-T white guy. They only want to get into an altercation if they have an advantage. If they're a man, you're a woman. If it's 6 white dudes to 1 black guy, they got a gun, you have a knife. They have a knife, you have nothing. Shit like that. That's MAGA low-T white men for you. And you just saw a gang of them in that restaurant messing up their money, because they could have made some money off this. But no. We got to get these niggers out of here, boy, because they stink up the joint. So, folks, post me your comments. Let me know if you've seen that food critic before, what you think of his content. Please don't forget to like my video, comment, subscribe, share me, folks. I'll be putting in some work in this thing. Come and check me out each and every day right here. Win by Losing in Stocks. Link is in description. Every day, I'm showing you the good, the bad, the ugly, as I'm kind of, figuring out the system I have as best I can. And this video and all of my long form content is always put on the podcast. Showed you guys the link earlier to that Net Sex is Hell video. I'm out.
Somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body. Somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body. Somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body.